Hi, welcome to Module 3. We are getting into the 6 human needs today. So essentially the 6 human needs are needs that we all meet either at a low level, a medium level, or a high level. But for simplicity's sake, we will talk about low levels and high levels. The 6 human needs in no particular order are certainty, variety and uncertainty, significance, love and connection, growth, and contribution. So growth and contribution are of the spirit. Your soul needs growth and contribution in order to feel alive, to feel vibrant. And then the others are your ego-based, your personality-based human needs. We all meet all of these needs all the time, although we are usually each a little top heavy in 1 or 2 or 3 of them. So we're going to really focus on those top heavy ones, the ones that show up more often in our lives, because that is how we are making most of our decisions on a regular basis. And at this point, most of our decisions have become habits based on belief systems that we've had a long time, and some of these beliefs stem from our 6 human needs. Okay, so let's unravel this and we'll get into them. Certainty is the need for reliability and stability and security. That is certainty. So take a moment to consider where you have a lot of certainty in your life. Maybe it's your paycheck, maybe it's a hobby that you're good at, maybe it's your style, the way you do your makeup, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your family, or a family member or a best friend. Where are you getting certainty in your life? So just let some things bubble up, and if you need to, you can listen to this a few times. All right, so let's talk about the highs and lows of certainty. So you might be getting certainty in a relationship with food. If you're someone who comfort eats or boredom eats, you are getting certainty in your relationship with food. You might be getting certainty in your relationship to exercise and fitness. And depending on whether or not you have an obsession with it, that would be meeting certainty at a low level. And if you are just comfortable, like you're relieving anxiety, it's good for your body, it feels good, it gets you flowing, that would be meeting fitness at a high level. Understand? So you can really take some time after the video to think about where you're getting certainty at low levels and high levels, and maybe just write down like certainty on the top of a page, low level and high level, and make your way through it. And it's okay if the same thing shows up in both places. We do that too. It's just a good idea to start learning the mapping of it so that you're really objective and aware of the choices and habits that you have. So moving on to variety and uncertainty, you can also be getting variety from food. You can feel certain that you're gonna get variety in a meal. And a lot of people, like for example, you might be certain that you're gonna go get connection in food, and you might do that through variety with food. So food really shows up a lot, and that it makes sense when you start thinking about it this way, that relationship with food tends to be so hard for people. And I'm just using food as an example because I like to talk about food and I love food. But that's not necessarily like the whole purpose of this course. So like, just feel comfortable to bring in whatever comes through your mind. You can be getting variety and uncertainty in physical activity. Maybe you're someone who has a lot of physical sports that you're into. Maybe you do yoga and Tai Chi and Jiu-Jitsu and biking and swimming and running and sword fighting and swing dancing. And so just start thinking about that, and then you can be like, okay, where am I meeting it at high and low levels? Where am I getting variety at a high level? Where am I getting it at a low level? So a low level of variety might be addiction to substances that alter your mind. So like addiction to alcohol, addiction to drugs, legal or not legal, addiction is addiction. So if you're going there to get certainty or variety, you want to feel a different way, and you're certain it will make you feel a different way, then that is a low level meeting of these needs. And I'm tying them together the way you can have needs together, because Tony Robbins, I got this from my course with Tony Robbins. He says when you have 3 or more, you are putting yourself in a situation where you probably are addicted to meeting your needs in this way. You're addicted, or it's a habit, it's something that without consciously making choices, you're not going to change it. So I'm allowing that tie in, and I hope it's not confusing. So variety and uncertainty, the need for change, stimulation, and challenge. So start thinking about where you meet variety and uncertainty. I know, so here's a story. Postpartum, I was stuck at home and my body was injured for it's still not totally healed, so several months to a year. And I couldn't practice yoga the way that I'm used to, the way I really delight in. And I couldn't do many of the activities, and I didn't have a lot of friends stopping by. So I was absolutely making myself a lot of almond meal, oat, chocolate chip, maple syrup cookies, which it's not that they're bad for me. They're not bad, but maybe eating all of them in a day is a bit much. So I was using cookies, well, just food in general, as a way to A, have connection, have something, and B, variety, because I needed more stimulation in my life. Something that made me feel good, and my relationship with cookies made me feel great. So I packed on some extra pounds during that time, and that's fine. And it's okay to go through these phases, but it's also important to acknowledge. Like, I have no shame in acknowledging that, and I hope that me sharing that story illuminates something within you, because that's the human nature. We all meet these needs at some point in some way. So just think it through. The next one, number 3, significance. The need to feel acknowledged, recognized, and valued. So maybe you like to feel significant in your car, or with the kind of purse you carry, or your brain. That's one of mine. I love to be thought of as smart. Which is so funny. I know I am smart, but I'm not the smartest. But I love when I get acknowledgement for being smart. And so that means a lot to me. It's a powerful one. And it really depends. Like, if I'm super needy about it, then that's meeting that need or if I'm like begging for it, then that's meeting that need on a low level. But if I do something that really touches someone and they say so, or one of my shares really touches someone, then that's meeting that need at a higher level. And another example would be, I used to nanny, and I was meeting my need for significance. I meant a lot to the kids that I worked with, and I even meant a lot to the parents that I worked for. But I was meeting my need for significance and love and connection and certainty and uncertainty. I was meeting like 4 needs there, at the lowest level possible for what my real heart and soul skill set are. And so I was really stuck in this rut of not knowing how to build myself into who I am today and what I'm sharing today. And that's because I was meeting my needs there at the lowest level possible. Now, does that take away from the people I was working with? Not at all, not at all. It's just my story and my heart, what my heart wants to do. Those were low levels for me to be meeting those needs. So it's really an honest look inside yourself and what you truly want, what you deeply want, and acknowledging the levels that you want to be at, right? Working with kids is awesome. I loved being a nanny. I loved working with those kids. But compared to how I feel right now, doing this video for you, talking about the 6 human needs and firing you up about being objective in your behaviors and your habits and making choices out of like from an educated place, that fires me up, obviously. So significance, the need to feel acknowledged, recognized, and valued. Look at where you're meeting significance in a high level way or a low level way. And again, write it down and make your list and just spend some time acknowledging, right? We're being really observant. We're not judging. You might be meeting most of your needs in a low level way. Don't worry, I've been there. Don't worry about that. It's fine. It just tells you where you are so that you can start making different choices, start meeting those needs in different ways, start creating in your life how you want to be living, the story that you want to be living out every day. Number 4, love and connection. So this is different than just romantic love. It can also be associated with it, but love and connection, we all need love and connection from several angles. So love and connection, the need to love and feel loved, to feel connection with others. So many of the things that I do personally is because I want to feel loved and connected, and I want other people to feel loved and connected. And so many of the choices I make are out of getting that connection. Now I can lay myself down as a doormat, begging for connection and love, begging for attention, begging for people to spend time with me. And that's another thing too, like time is one of my, quality time is in one of my love languages. You should look that up. I don't have a module on it. Maybe I should. All right, the 5 love languages. So I can beg someone to be spending that time with me, but if they do it begrudgingly or like they're doing a favor to me, then that's not a high quality connection, and it doesn't leave me feeling satisfied, and it doesn't leave them feeling satisfied. So that's meeting it at the lowest level possible. And that's kind of where I was with nannying, is, you know, when people are paying you to come in and take care of their kids, I did a lot of listening to what was happening in their life, but people often don't genuinely care what's happening in their nanny's life. At least that was my experience in a few homes, but not all of them. I should be very clear, not all of them. Some people still deeply care about me. But oftentimes there is kind of this weight, this scale, where it's kind of like you're paid to be there and you're paid to be there for them. So they are up here and you're down here, and that is a very low level connection of meeting your needs, on the nanny's end at least. Okay, so the next 2 are growth and contribution. These are the soul level ones. I'm going to do another video going deeper into the soul level ones because I care a lot about them. So growth, the need to grow, improve, and develop both in character and in spirit. Contribution, the need to give, to help others and to make a difference. So I'm gonna get super in depth in those in our next video. For now, I want you to write down certainty, variety, significance, love and connection, all on separate pieces of paper. And I want you to write low level, high level, and just start listing. That's your exercise today. Get into the list mode, be super objective. And if nothing's coming up, then just set your intention to notice over the course of the next few days. All right, just be open and noticing, objective, non-judgmental. We're not here to judge ourselves. We're here to see, change, and grow. All right, love and light to you. I hope that you are enjoying this course. Talk soon.